Hey Paul, thanks for the drawings. They look awesome. It's a huge step forward for our project, and it's so helpful. Like this height that you're able to find on the staircase is a perfect kind of solution to a question we have been asking. We wanted to make some changes. So on this first wall, I think something we hadn't fully communicated is that we actually really want to delete this entire set of walls that encapsulate the staircase. This this wall right here that's facing us, this wall on perpendicular to it, the door and the wall perpendicular to it on this side, and the wall behind it that's parallel to it on that far side. We want to delete this completely to be able to open up the space while you're in the kitchen to be able to connect with the rest of the room. On this first wall, what we had really thought was a railing as tall as the countertop. I'm sorry, a banister as tall as the countertop with railing, and maybe some like narrow shelves or shallow shelves on this side, whatever kind of looks cool. Um, this wall right here, we had kind of pictured almost being completely deleted. We were going to build a little gate, like a child-proof gate, just while our kids are young, with the hope that someday we could just sort of unscrew the hinges and recover this as just being an open passageway down to the staircase. On this next wall, again, like kind of deleting everything above the island. So this is all completely open. And then on this side, um, preserving the existing cabinets underneath is a priority. Seating at the island is not a priority at all. We really don't plan on having any seating for the island because our living room, or sorry, dining room table is going to be right here, just on the other side of the island. So any eating we do at the island would be standing, and mostly what we want to utilize the space for is function, like spreading out things to cook a recipe, kind of space more like that. So we want to maintain the cabinets on this side underneath the countertop, and no need for very any seating on the island. On this last wall that I'm putting the mouse over on your overhead drawing, we had thought, maybe shallow shelves, or maybe this is just drywall, or whatever you think aesthetically would be good underneath the countertop overhang. In regard to the questions that you had said, yeah, we're totally cool with deleting the soffits that run on the ceiling. We just need to figure out kind of structurally what that changes, and we may have to make some accommodations there. Two, like I had said, we don't need any seating at the island. It's mostly just a utility space for cooking and whatnot. And then, in answer to your question, if we forego the seating at the island and preserve the cabinetry underneath this area, does that sort of address your aesthetic concern? Hey, Paul. We also just were going to show some pictures kind of what we were thinking of how, like, kind of the staircase has nothing above it. It's completely open, allows the kitchen to have a direct view into the rest of the space. Here's like another example where just everything above the staircase is open, and this may be close to what we have to create just because I don't know structurally what's within those soffits. It may be just like one pillar in the front of the staircase would be able to support, beams that we sort of hid in the ceiling or something like that. Here's another, just how it's exactly like we had talked about, like it's those beams that are in the ceiling kind of supported by more pillars. Hey, Paul, the last thing that we were going to mention is one design element that may need to be kind of created is here at the edge of the countertop of the island where it meets the kind of open space down into the stairwell. We were thinking that there would be some sort of like little lip or miniature wall that sort of
Backsplash.
a backsplash that sort of edges the countertop space, so that say, you were doing something right here on this countertop space, if you were to say spill something or knock something over that rolls backwards, there would be some sort of backsplash to catch it before it falls down the stairwell.